Moving on, LinkedIn has come out with an interesting study which shows that recruitment via social networking sites is on a rise. In the report, what they actually said that passive recruitment is something that is picking up pace, especially through these social networking sites like LinkedIn and many others that are there. And also, what is exactly passive recruitment? The employees which are there, which are quite okay with the companies that they are working for and quite comfortable with it. So employers are actually searching for those kind of employees, and that's called as passive recruiting, according to LinkedIn. And that activity has picked up pace. I spoke to Mr. Irfan Abdullah, Director, Talent Solutions at LinkedIn India, on this particular survey that LinkedIn has come out with. And when I asked him to explain what exactly is passive viewing and is it passive recruiting, and is it just passive recruiting which has been on a rise, or the recruiting overall that has picked up pace, then this is what he had to say.
Yeah, thank you, Hina, for firstly having me. It's great to sort of have a discussion with you. This is the fourth year running. We are doing the annual recruiting trend survey for LinkedIn. And just to give you a highlight, broadly, what we have seen is three distinct trends. One is if you look at the volume, as well as when it comes to the budgets for hiring, that's increasing in India. I think that has relevance to the point that you just asked, which is passive candidate recruiting. And the second trend is very much linked to that point, which is if you look at as a source for quality hiring, social networks is really picking up. Now, when you kind of talk about passive candidates, which you were asking me, it's about candidates who are really great. They're really happy in their current job, and the current company is taking care of them. But if you talk to a lot of HR leaders or CXOs, those are the people that companies want to hire. And traditionally, it's very difficult to find high-quality passive candidates. And the only way companies used to go after them would be through headhunters or staffing agencies. And what we've seen is with social professional networks like LinkedIn, that disruption has happened. This is the only way wherein you can actually reach out to passive candidates at scale, which is high-quality candidates. So that's the second trend that we've kind of seen, which is really social professional networks as a source for quality hiring picking up. And the third distinct trend that we've seen in the latest trend survey is about the need for talent brand. And I think employer brand as a concept is something which has been increasingly picking up in India. But over the last 1 year, we've seen a distinct change there, wherein companies are leveraging social professional networks to engage with their prospective candidates and leverage their employer brand.
So this pickup that you have seen, is it just for India that there has been this kind of an improvement? How is the scenario in other countries too?
Yeah, that's a good question. In fact, if you kind of look at year on year, last year I recollect about 36% of the respondents. We do this annual survey with about 4,000 respondents across the world, and about 400 to 500 people are respondents in India. These are HR and talent acquisition leaders. And last year I recollect about 36% of them said that social professional networks as a source for quality of hires is important for them. And today, as we speak, that's actually increased to about 44%. So clearly, in India, we've seen a lot of momentum. And if you compare that with the global average, that's about 38%.
All right. And also, we have been speaking to a lot of consultants. We haven't really seen recruitment activity picking up pace as much. Has the recruitment activity now picked up, say, in the last few months or so?
Yeah, and I would say, I think data speaks for itself. So at least based on the findings we have in the annual recruiting trend survey, it's picked up. And I think the Achedin that we all talk about or we hear about nowadays is coming to reality. In fact, last year we had, if you look at two metrics, which is budgets for hiring as well as volumes of hiring, we track that closely. And last year, about 57% of the respondents said that the volume of hiring is going to increase. This year, that's actually changed to about 79%. So it's a very interesting trend that we have seen, wherein there is definitely positive sentiment in the market. And we are seeing a lot of investment coming in across different industries. And I think that's having an impact on both the hiring volumes as well as the hiring budgets.